Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Katelyn. If you're new here, I make lifestyle videos, and today I'm going to show you what's on my iPad. Talked briefly about it when I was filming my what's on my iPhone video and said I would show you what's on this bad boy in an upcoming video, so that's what I'm here to do today. I'm trying this new barrette hair trend. Don't really know if it's working for me yet, but we're just going to go with it. And fair warning, if you hear little pitter-patters and noises, got my dogs in my room with me. That little wandering one back there is the new addition. I got Oliver, aka Ollie, about 3 weeks ago. And let's jump into the video, but first, let's introduce you to Ollie. Hey, you come here. This is Ollie. Ollie, say hello. It's my new little bear cub. Maybe we'll do a puppy tag video again in the future with both him and Kiko, who's currently laying by the door. But let's show him what's on my iPad, shall we? So, first screen on the iPad is, I don't even know what you call it, that base screen with the notifications and the search. I rarely ever go on this, very occasionally. In all honesty, I think the only thing I've ever used it for is search if I really can't find something. But again, rarely use it. Then we go into my first home page, is what I would say. Actually, I think it's legitimately called the home page. Going across the board, I got the calendar app, the notes app, photos, all those basic ones there. I use the reminders app a lot, and then I also use that notes app when I'm like planning videos and things like that, but that's just there. Then I have a little folder over here that has all the utilities, which are essentially all of the apps that come on the iPad that you can't delete, but you don't ever use. Only one on here that's actually mine is this app called File Explorer. I had to use that to download some brushes and stuff for my Procreate app, which you will see in a little bit. After the email and all that fun stuff, I have this really cool app. Nerd in me. It's called Essential Anatomy. I used this a lot when I was an undergrad, but in finding it a little bit useful again now that I'm getting my master's. But it's essentially this cool app that gives you like the musculoskeletal system, and then it also gives you like the nervous system and things like that. But you can actually go through the human body and see all of the goodies of what you need. Little nerdy cool tip there. Next to that, I have my ACE Academy Elite book. That was just the book I used when I was getting my certification back in 2014. The iPad Books and Files app, I just keep basically PDFs and stuff in those. A lot of them are mostly like workout programs that I download. Then Google Drive, Doc Sheets, Slides, all that stuff is basically for school or for work. I use Sheets to document all of my clients' charting for what their workouts are, what their weights are, and things like that. Docs I use to submit and type out documents for school. It's just easier that way, and then I don't have to pay for the subscription of Microsoft Word because I already have the software on my laptop, but not the subscription one, and I don't want to pay for it again. It all works the same in the end. Then I have Drive, which is essentially like the Files app on the Apple version. Biggest thing I will say I like is because for like work and school, they all are my Gmail accounts, but I can switch back and forth between them on each of the apps depending on what I need in that given situation. Bottom row here, Notability. I use that a lot in undergrad. It's just another typing app like Evernote. Don't really use it so much anymore because most of my schooling is online, so I don't have a use for it. But it's cool. I like that it has the record feature, so I used to actually record lectures and then type my notes on it as well, which you will see my current keyboard that I use for this iPad. But just a little note-taking app, all the basics in there, nothing fancy. Acrobat app, that's how I open up some PDF files. Sorry about the sun, filming from a natural light. Looks like a cloud is coming in. Next one, I have Mind Body Business, checking in clients, things like that. Zoom is for when I have essentially FaceTime conference calls that aren't via FaceTime. Moving into the next page, this is more of the fun page. Got my Pinterest, my Facebook, and the Messenger, YouTube Studio, that app that I talked about when I was talking about what's on my iPhone. It's just basically the back office for my YouTube videos. Cool app here, app block here is my entertainment app. That's where literally all of the fun apps are for Hulu, YouTube, Netflix, Prime Video, TV shows, podcasts, any of that fun stuff is all in this app. Don't really use it often on my iPad unless I'm like traveling with my iPad. Next one is my photography app. Again, I just kind of compiled some of my favorites that were on my phone to have on here just in case I need them, but I do most of my editing either on my laptop or on my phone. These are just kind of a safe bet to have just in case. Next app is called Dartfish. This is actually really cool. I used it when I worked back in rehab, but I also had to have it for school. And it's just basically an analysis recording app, but it gives you some awesome details to check on form and things of that nature. So if I want to open a video that I did for a class a little while ago, apparently it's not updated on this, but I can go through that video and you can see me performing the action, and then I can actually do freeze frames and all of that fun nature in it, and you can actually stop and go through the movement, add angles, all that fun stuff in that one. Going back to the home screen, if it wants to let me. My wellness app, again, same thing. Any apps that I use for fitness, I don't usually use them on my iPad, but I have a couple of them here that are go-tos that help make one just connects to my scale, so it's easy access if I need to see any of my stats tracking. My chart is for my doctor's office. Nike training is just a favorite one for me to go to if I really don't want to think of workouts. I like their core workouts that are on it a lot. Seconds is the app I use when I'm teaching my HIIT and my circuit classes. I like the timer, so I downloaded it on here just for the sake of if I want to actually use it on my iPad for a bigger timer screen. I will actually open one up for you so you can kind of see kind of how it works. But if I go like this, and then it actually shows the super giant screen I was about to show you, but you're seeing a screen grab of it anyways, and I can completely adjust what they're doing, the colors, the intervals, the times, the rest periods, all that fun stuff. But it's just a very useful tool, and I figured I would have it on my iPad just for the sake of if I do need a bigger screen, which is kind of useful coming into these summer months where I'm going to be doing more classes outdoor. Last two on here are from that same company that anatomy one. It's iMuscle 2 and iYoga. Cool things about these are more general public based instead of education based, so you can actually click through them and say you have a muscle that's feeling very weak or a muscle that's feeling very tight. You can go to that muscle on the body and it will actually give you a workout or a stretch to do for it. It is designed technically for the iPhone on this one, so the screen is smaller, but that's okay. I will still give you give you the rundown of it. So say I really need to work on my pecs, then I can go through, click that muscle, or okay, we're looking at the delts because apparently it wanted to do that. I can go through, click the delts. It'll give me a couple exercises I can do for it being the primary mover, for the secondary mover, as well as stretches I can do if that muscle is feeling tight. So super cool thing there. A little bit more of an advanced training app if you're looking for something of that nature. Last couple apps I have here, because I have actually no more screens after that, is my Google Home app. Just connects basically my Google Home. The only other thing I have from the Google Home collection is I have it connected to the Nest, and then connected to, I have the Google Audio, which is how I essentially Bluetooth my music when I'm teaching class. Finance apps, these are all exactly the same as the ones that on my iPhone. So Mint is, I'm not going to open it just because it has my financial information and things like that in it, but it is essentially my check register, tracker, spending, budgeting. It is free. There's a paid for version, but that's completely up to you what you want to upgrade. Discover, Citibank are two for credit cards, PayPal, Venmo, we all know what those are, and then Paycom is just my, kick the camera. Paycom is just for my work to see my pay stubs. Last one I have here on this main screen is Ebates. If you don't know what Ebates is, I don't know where you've been, because every YouTuber under the sun has actually had some sort of sponsorship with it, I feel like. But essentially it's the app, or if you use it on your computer browser, it's an integrated system to get cash back and compiles a whole bunch of coupons. So definitely recommend downloading that, get some money back, save some money. Cool option there. So yeah, that's it for my main screens. Let's talk about my three main apps that I have at the bottom, and then we will wrap it up here. I only keep 3 apps in here because these are the 3 I use the most. Number 1, Safari, the internet app. You know what that is. 2, messaging. Same thing goes. If I'm at work and I'm typing things, it's just easier to be able to respond to clients and respond to friends and family straight off of my iPad than it is for me to have to worry about going to grab my phone. Last one is the most fun one. This is one of my biggest reasons for upgrading to the iPad Pro, which I'll tell you which one I have in just one moment. But Procreate is such a fun app. It's essentially like a drawing app. You can see a whole bunch of things that I just drew on here. I like to use it a lot to practice brush calligraphy. Let me just open up one. You can use this with a regular iPad, but the only difference is you don't have the Apple Pencil, which is a little bit more fine-tuned, so you won't get the same result. So say if I want to draw something and I want to put, oh, this is probably not the correct pen for me to use for this. So I have a bunch of them. Like I told you, I had actually downloaded some from, I don't even know the website, to be honest, a brush lettering website for additional ones, and then Etsy has some too that you can download. But it's super cool. You can write with it. Say I want to do but honestly, the biggest reason I have this is when I do like vlogs and videos like that, or even outfit videos or what's in my bag videos, things where I want to like write and have handwritten letters for labels instead of just typing it out. This is what I use to do it. There is a great video by Hey Claire, aka Claire Marshall, where she showed how she used the same app to do that with her videos, which is where I got the idea, and then it just turned into kind of me practicing brush calligraphy. Other than that, the background on this home screen that you've been seeing is just one that came with the iPad. Nothing fancy there. When I do my lock screen, it is, oh, I'm sorry, I forget, when you do the lock screen, it exits out of the screen recording. So my lock screen, I will show you up here. It is just this palm print that I bought the photo off of Etsy for a room project that I'm going to be doing shortly. Actually, not doing shortly, it's already almost done. I just have to finish it off today. But just this palm print, I think it was like $4 for the photo rights. So that's all that is. But really quickly, I just wanted to let you know this is the 11-inch iPad Pro, so it's the new one in the smaller size. It's perfect size for me. I don't need the big one. I got it essentially because I didn't want to be carrying my laptop everywhere. There are some things that it doesn't do compared to my laptop that I really wish it did, so that's why I still have both. If you're someone that's just typing or like watching videos, you probably don't need this one, but you also probably can get away with not having a laptop too. My laptop is just what I really need to edit videos and do some more serious photo editing and work and things like that, just because this doesn't have quite the capability to do everything. Like, for example, I had to make a Prezi for something, and you can't use Prezi on any form of iPad, even the Pro. You have to have a desktop computer. So things like that are just kind of a pain. It is expensive, so kind of outweigh the pros versus cons of what you really need. I do have an iPad mini too that I have listed for sale, but that was just what I had previously, and I knew I wanted to upgrade to something bigger and to the Pro for the benefits of having the pencil and being able to use it with Procreate. Apple Pencils, what I have to go with it, this is just the Apple Pencil 2, which is the one that works with it. It does charge by magnetizing to the side there. That's how that works. And then I have 2 cases for it. One is the one that I got when I first got it, just because literally there was only 2 cases when I first got it, and it took however many months it is now, probably like 6 months for a keyboard case to come out with it. That wasn't the Apple one, because I really like backlit keyboards so I can type on planes and in the dark, things like that. But this is just the basic case from Apple. It's light pink. Very overpriced. I got it at Verizon, but I got a discount on it, so it worked in my favor. Still very overpriced even for the discount. It literally has barely any support to it. It just kind of protects it when I was throwing it in my bag. It has that magnet cover so the screen turns on and off. You can roll it and do all that fun stuff. Cool if you want something then, but now that the iPad has been out for a little while in this size, there's more options for you. And then with that one, the pencil just either has to be thrown to the side and risk losing battery on it, because this is how it charges, or you leave it connected and hope it doesn't fall off. But that's that case. I don't really use that anymore now that I got my new one, which is from Zag. Zag is the same place that I actually bought my keyboard for my iPad mini from, that I use literally almost entirely through the end of undergrad. So this is the keyboard that I chose. There's like 2 options, I believe, for the, no, there's 3 for the iPad 11-inch. I wanted one that was backlit. This isn't my most ideal option, but it works for what I need it to. It's not super pretty, but so it's essentially like a little book that your iPad goes in, and then you open it up from here. And then you can detach both pieces, so you can have just the iPad. So if I put my iPad back in here and just snap it in there, it's not too complicated to get it in. I can have just the iPad piece, and the cool thing about this is you can do 2 options here. You can both charge the iPad here, or there's like the storage, which keeps it protected so you don't lose it. On the back of this, it does have this little pull out here, so you can actually set it up like a laptop or just a screen. Keyboard, again, like I said, is detachable. It is backlit on it. You can't really see because it's daylight right now, but I can operate it just like I would a laptop, or I can keep this separately. I've done both, but the backlighting was a big thing for me. I will say one thing that surprised me about this keyboard is when I did buy it, I didn't realize that it doesn't come with a charger, because it's supposed to actually hold a charge for up to a year, and then it can use the same charger as the iPad. Nothing major for me, honestly. It's actually more convenient to have something that uses the same charger, so I don't have to carry one more cable around. But when the iPad's in there, it's not super thick, it's not super heavy, and it's easy to carry around, much better than carrying around my MacBook. Sorry guys, my camera cut me off right there, but the last thing I want to mention about my iPad is, actually, you can hardly tell, but I have a screen protector on it. It's from the place called Gadget Guard. I order all of my screen protectors from Gadget Guard because they have warranties on them where if it cracks, you pay the shipping and you get a new one. So I will link everything down below, the iPad, the pencil, the cases, screen protector, all that good stuff. If you have any further questions about the apps or anything else related to my iPad, or if you want me to demo something, leave it in the comments, totally up to you. I am going to head out because I have to film one more video for you guys today. So you'll see me like this again because I'm not changing. So you have a great day, and I will talk to you guys really soon. Bye!